it wasn't until I got delivered from alcoholism where I can fully take advantage of those gifts and fully apply those gifts because I was the only one in my own way, you know, the whole trip. You know, wasn't nobody stopping me from doing anything. It was me that was in my own way, or my subconscious that I was allowing to get in my own way.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Daniel, what's this?
Money all day. I ain't steady, easy, I'm stuck in my way. Yeah, yeah. I've been going hard, it ain't a thing that they could do with me. Baby, I'm a step, but that's the difference. It's been a long time coming, man.
Man, I'm happy to be here, man.
You already know. I've been trying to get you through babies, through. You like, hold on, I got a mission I gotta go ahead and embark on, and then I got you.
Man,
but you know the timing is gonna be what the time is supposed to be, though, for sure. Though.
All the time, everything happen on its time, not on our time.
No,
you know
facts though, for sure. What's up? What's good? It's your girl Bees Billy, aka Fly Life Bees, aka Big Bees, not the little one. And you already know the vibes, man. You see who we got in the building. If you don't know, you definitely about to get a chance to tap into my dog Caesar Rio.
Huh?
Hey, Mr. Believe Itself.
Man.
This man just had me crying last Saturday, man.
Man, listen.
Oh, God. I'm talking about, you know this Big Facts No Cap, right?
Yeah.
No cap involved, though. That's why I stay with
man.
these. I don't need motherfuckers looking at my soul or seeing what's going on behind these glasses. Oh, God, though.
You better say it, man.
When I say amazing performance, man, and you know I seen that song perform numerous of times.
Yeah.
But that one was different, though. I don't know if it's because it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't been in that atmosphere with us for a minute. Like, I don't know what it was.
Man, whatever
that
it was.
Shit, it could be the time we in the culture right now. Like, it's a lot of bullshit going on. So we definitely needed that. That was very refreshing.
I appreciate
for
that,
sure.
man.
For
Most
sure,
definitely.
man.
That's what it's about, people being impacted by it. You know what I mean? The message is always going to be the message. It's just certain times people need it during certain times. And you know, it speaks to everyday life. It speaks to your soul. It speaks to you personally. It speaks to everything that's surrounded by you. Because believing is 100% the main thing that you need to do is believe in everything that you put your mind to. I mean, literally.
Listen.
My kids say I sound like a broke record, but I tell them every single day, listen, stop limiting yourself. You can do anything.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Just put your mind to it. And honestly, it's more of an echo of what was spoken to me. You know, at a young age. Rest in peace, Bishop Williford. At a young age, he spoken to me. He was like, boy, you know what? You can do anything that you put your mind to.
For sure.
And I took that to heart, and I ran with it. You know?
Ran with it. Yeah. Made a dope-ass movement, man, for sure.
Most definitely.
So in this episode, we definitely going to get into Caesar Rio. I want to tap in a little bit to the origin story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want this one to be just a little bit different because I feel like you're a different type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a different type of artist. Like, you bring something different to the table. So I had to make sure I customize this, you know what I'm saying, for C's, man. Loosen up, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Let's get to it, though, for sure, though. All right, so do you feel like making a type of music that you create, like that you often kind of like get looked over?
In some cases, I just feel that, you know, it's going to touch who it needs to touch. And if it's not touching the people that's not looking at it, it's not meant for them.
It's not for you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. When did Caesar Rio decide, oh, this music shit is my calling, like this is what I'm going to do? How early do that go back?
That go back a long way. So when I first started rapping, I was just having fun, just trying to rap, rhyme words and all of that. But the further along I became with it, I was just like, one day my kid's gonna be singing this, you know what I'm saying? And it made me want to change the trajectory of what I spoke about. So I was like, nah, I gotta make sure I speak life and speak love, you know what I'm saying? And so, it's been a long time coming, but it wasn't until I got delivered from alcoholism where I can fully take advantage of those gifts and fully apply those gifts because I was the only one in my own way, you know, the whole trip. You know, wasn't nobody stopping me from doing anything. It was me that was in my own way, or my subconscious that I was allowing to get in my own way.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So how long had you been in the game and creating music before you did make that switch? How many years?
Like 8 years before that, for real.
So you was damn near a decade in.
Yeah.
And then that bright light was like, hold on.
Ding, hold on. You're going to have to do something different. You got to switch it up.
For sure, though. Other than your kids, what made you want to make music that's like so powerful, though? Like, was it solely about your kids, or was solely?
Well, solely from initially it was definitely about them, but then it became bigger than that, because it's like, they're not my only audience. You know what I'm saying? I have to speak to the youth. I have to speak to the world, and in hopes that the world grasps what I'm really putting down. And it's really love, man. It's like, I want to speak love into you. I want to speak life into you. I want to speak positivity into your spirit. I want to speak everything that the world is trying to take away from us right now.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. That's dope, man. I'm glad I really haven't super tapped in to like the music before. Yeah. But this shit that you got going on right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of people's first impressions of you, because they haven't tapped into your catalog yet. They haven't. Yeah. So that's definitely some eye-opening ass shit, though. Like, well, you can make a motherfucker cry in a room in a bar, though.
Man,
you hear me, though?
In the bar.
In a bar, though. I'm talking about in the midst of motherfuckers like doing trap shit. They doing,
Yeah.
It was, what be going on in them type of, you know what I'm saying, environments. And for you to make everybody be at a standstill, though, like.
And you know what that also showed me that night too, though, honestly, because before that I was like on the brink of picking and choosing what events to perform at for that reason. But I had to understand that the message is bigger than me. Absolutely. It needs to be in rooms like that. Exactly. It needs to be in rooms with different type of people, with different stuff going on, because you never know who it reaches, you never know who it touches. And I came to that conclusion that night for sure.
That's a fact. The perception, like, what do you think the city's perception is of Caesar Rio, as far as like how they digest your music?
I think a lot of people may think that I'm just so godly and I'm a pastor and all of this, that, but at the end of the day, I'm human just like you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so many times that we look at pastors and bishops and hold them up to this certain standard and not realizing that they're also human. They're going to make mistakes. I just want people to realize that as long as your intent is good, as long as you move properly, everything is going to be all right. But yeah, I got, downfalls too. I got my own mistakes and stuff that I make, you know what I'm saying? But I think that some people think that I'm a Christian rapper. Some people think that I'm a conscious rapper. I'm not put in the box at all. I can make any type of music on any type of beat. I'm going to still be Rio. I'm going to still speak from Rio's perspective. But I just want them to know that I'm an all-around artist. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't curse. But that doesn't mean I can't still get you together.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
And to do what you do, like you said, without having to curse, without having to talk in a negative light, like you actually inspire motherfuckers, though. Like, I just don't be understanding why would ever be any type of negative connotation around it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you so what? I'll be conscious. I'll be the gospel route, whatever you say.
Listen.
As long as you get the message.
As long as you get the message at the end of the day, that's really my only concern for real.
For real though. And I never seen you judge the people around you. I know me, like I'm a sailor, you feel me? Mm-hmm. You see how I started the interview off. You know what the fuck going but I never see you like turn your nose up or like, you know what I'm saying? Like try to shun people for the lifestyle that they live.
Because listen, everybody starts somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And every day I'm just trying to become better than what I was yesterday.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Everybody got their own flaws, everybody got their own vices.
Absolutely.
Because your vice may not be my vice, I can't shun you for yours. You know what I mean? Or better yet, I should be trying to understand where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. And I think it's been a lack of that all around the board. People see what other people got going on and they ain't doing nothing or they ain't about nothing. Nah, get a chance to understand where they come from and who they are, at the core. You know what I'm saying? Because they might can help you for real. You just blocking your own blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. So when did you realize, like, what point where it's like, I'm not just making music though, you know what I'm saying? I'm really on this mission though, like, I'm really trying to touch motherfuckers though.
So I asked God, I said, because I talk to God frequently, man. That's one relationship that I have to make sure I keep open. Even if I stop talking to myself, I'm gonna talk to God.
Absolutely.
But I asked God, I say, Lord, if this is what you want for me to do, just open the doors and I'll walk through them.
Right.
And the doors honestly started opening up. Different situations started opening up, and things started happening. And I was just grateful from that point. And I was like, all right, now it's time to go full-fledged. And I promised God, I said, I'm going to keep talking about God in every single song, because I know what he done for me. I'd have been down bad in my lowest, but he opened my heart when he set me free.
Hard work, motherfucker. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you ever get tired of being a positive rapper? Do you ever get tempted like, I'm about to go back in my old bag? They got me.
I mean, the devil always gonna try you. He even tried Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So that thought comes periodically from different places, but I ain't studying that, man. I know what my mission is, and it's bigger than just me. Right. I'm just a vessel. That's it.
Dope. That's dope, man. All right, so we're gonna go into this next segment, right? This is called Cleveland Pressure. Okay. So what we pretty much gonna do is I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, this or that type of situations, okay. And just speak from the heart, man.
Okay.
Is Cleveland supportive or competitive?
Both.
Have you ever felt blackballed or overlooked?
Both.
What's harder, staying consistent or staying encouraged?
Encouraged.
That's it. Have you ever wanted to switch your message to get more attention?
No.
I heard it here first, man. He went straight. Listen, my perspective, though, is as far as if we don't have a lot of Caesar Rios. First of all, you 101, so don't get it twisted. But we don't have a lot of people we don't have a lot of people that's trying to push a message of not necessarily positivity, but like the message of like, hold on, put that mirror up, though. You know what I'm saying? To me, you and Jado are two totally different artists, two totally different styles, but I feel like the message and the results that y'all get from y'all music is dope as fuck. So I need to see you and Jado do something, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I just got chill bumps because I just told Bro on the way over here, I said I got a song that I would love for artists to get on called Mind Lost. And I'm gonna highlight him, and I already know what the answer gonna be, but because of the messaging that he has, and because of the messaging of the song, or just because of who we are as artists and where we are and where we're headed, I think that'd be a dope collab for real.
Jado and Caesar Rio.
That the culture did not know that they needed.
We might have to blurb that out because they weren't even expecting that like that.
Yeah.
We might have to. Hold on, y'all might have to get the little surprise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be a surprise for sure.
All right, so let's go into something I like to call faith and focus, man.
Okay.
Do you have any roots like from church?
Yeah.
For
so
sure.
I started out in the church playing the drums. And from drums, I started writing poetry, and from poetry, I started rapping. Yeah.
Are you still active in church today?
Yeah, I still go to church, yeah.
You still play in the church?
Every so often I still play. I don't play as much as I used to. I would love to play actually more. We got a pretty dope drummer at church though. I got my own set, so it's nothing to really set him up. I just got to make the time.
All right.
You know.
Right. Have you ever has church ever rubbed you the wrong way?
No, because I mean the kind of church that we came from, it was a small church. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about just money. It wasn't about how you look. It wasn't about none of that. It was solely about praising God and getting to understand the word of God. It was a faith-based, not a faith-based church, but more of a Bible-based church. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We were more encouraged to go and read the Bible for ourselves versus somebody just telling us what's in it. You know what I'm saying? We had Bible study and things of that sort, but definitely, I never really rubbed the wrong way, but I do understand that people are taking the word of God and conducting in a different type of way.
Right.
And it makes people not even want to go to church because they got, I understand that you have businesses, but you can't put God on the payroll.
All right.
you can't put faith on the payroll. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times people misconstrue the two, and the messaging gets just changed around to where, you know, people, they get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the wrong stuff.
Did church help shape your discipline, like how disciplined you are or became?
No. No, it did not. What helped me become more disciplined, honestly, is not drinking. And, you know, being of sober mind. Right. Because when I wasn't of sober mind, I was making decisions that wasn't disciplined at all. And honestly, it was my subconscious that were making those decisions, my alter ego, should I say. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn discipline along the way. I had to bump my head a few different times to be able to learn the lesson that God was trying to teach me from it. And then I became disciplined after that. You know, it wasn't from church, no.
Absolutely. How severe, because this is like the second or third time I heard you bring up, like, because that's a big deal, though, to be able to shake something that you feel like was holding you back, or, you know, having you bump your head from time to time.
It was a huge deal.
Right, like what impact did actual alcoholism have on you?
So, you know, of course I worked, you know what I'm saying? I was functioning, going to work, but I was drunk 90% of the time. You know what I'm saying? I would show up as drunk Rio to everywhere I went. And it was more comfortable that way for me because I didn't have to live with my actual reality. I was running away from that. I was running away from Mario Blade. A lot of people don't know it, you know what I'm saying? But I was running away from myself and not willing to deal with the things that were right in front of me. And it was something that has been a major blockage for me, let alone artistry-wise, but in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? I felt that at one point I was in the house with my children, but really wasn't in the house with my children. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, I was going somewhere. I wasn't present. Mentally, I'm somewhere else. You know, and I had to make sure I turned that around. And you know, we all have those, or used to have those times where, you know, you had a drunk night, you wake up throwing up, you got the hangover and all of that. You say, man, I ain't drinking no more. I'm done with this. This particular time, I really had enough. And I cried out to God and I talked to him from my heart. And I was like, God, I don't want this no more. Take this away from me. My grandma always told me, if it's something that you want God to do, just ask him from your heart and he'll take it away from you. Absolutely. And after that day, man, I mean, so I had a dream that night that the house was on fire. My kids and wife was on one side, I was on the other side, and I tried to reach out to save them. And the house split, and they floated over here, I floated over there, and I woke up in tears, just crying. And that was the last time I had a drink. Right. The last time for me.
Damn. Yeah, that's powerful. That's definitely powerful for sure. Okay, so you kicked that, right? But you still are in rooms where people are, you know, indulging. Do it ever get hard, like, or you just so solidified, like? I
done made up in my mind already what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I don't care who do what. It's all about me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will tell you this: I don't tempt myself a lot. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go around the old friends I used to go around that I know all they do is just that. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually, you know, you will fall right back into your old ways, you know, no matter how disciplined that you are. So you have to make sure that you change your environment as well. So I did that. I was like, you know, I could still kick it with the fellas here and there, but I can't stay long. You know, I could breeze through, holler at you for a minute, show some love, but I got to roll. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure. Ooh.
Yeah.
Have you ever struggled with your faith by chasing success?
No.
Never?
No.
That's dope.
No.
It's definitely given like strong-willed, strong-minded individual. You would be, I mean, I'm not you personally, but people would be amazed or shocked at how many people don't have like just that fucking discipline, or, you know, just
I think
like,
it's more the willpower, you know, because like a lot of times you're going to do what you want to do at heart. You know, I don't think nobody can really change that besides you. Whatever is on your heart is going to show. You know what I'm saying? Because a pair of lips will tell you anything, but your heart, your heart is going to show. You know?
For sure, for sure. How do you stay grounded and this? Because I just gotta say it. To me personally, I speak to a lot of artists, right? I'm all up and through this little industry, this big industry. I'm not putting little on nothing, but I'm all up and through here, especially this Cleveland side of things and just Ohio in general. And it's a very, very competitive and negative, like just stigma around everything. I try to play like the Sharif character or the, I call myself B's Luther King. Like I really be trying to, no matter how long as it ain't relationship type of like, intimate relationship type things, I keep myself out of that. I was about to say what I be calling it, but I ain't gonna even, we gonna keep this, we gonna keep this wholesome right here. But it's a lot of negativity that stems from this, right? And I want to know, how do you stay out of all the bullshit? I've never heard C's name in no bullshit though. Like, I'm talking about
you can't
nothing. Not beefing with nobody, not having no words with nobody, nothing. Like, how do you stay out of that shit?
Don't pay no attention. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's business ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? Even if you catch wind of it, it ain't for you to be like, hey, such and such.
Right.
That's all that gossiping. I don't do none of that. I hear a lot. I see a lot. I recognize a lot, but I know how to move. You know what I'm saying? I be on the move. Shout out to King 6. You know what I'm saying? Because he be on the move. Man. You feel me? Like, shout out Raw Glass Photography, too, because, you know what I'm saying? Life is about moments. We just trying to capture some, you know?
For sure. For sure. All right, we going to go into big facts or no cap.
Okay.
It's pretty much rapid fire.
Okay.
The city doesn't support until outsiders validate you.
Big facts.
Consistency matters more than talent.
Cap.
Okay. Being too positive can hurt your brand.
Cap.
Faith and ambition sometimes conflicts.
Cap.
Cleveland artists should collaborate more.
Big facts.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go to your caps, right? And I just want you to dive into those a little bit.
Okay.
Consistency matters more than talent. You said cap. Let's break that down a little bit.
Because you can be consistent and be consistently dropping garbage. Because you didn't really put any thought into it. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of that, you can be talented and put every single thought into that and really, you know what I'm saying, put your all into it, and people will see the talent over the consistency. Because like they'll say, yeah, he got 65 songs, but they don't hit, they don't stick. But on the other end, this talented person got about 10 and all of them stick. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I kind of disagree just a little bit. Because we got so much shitty ass music out here of motherfuckers who's popping. And it's because they got the hustle and they consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like versus motherfuckers who really, because you already know, the people who really got the great music and really like be on their shit don't get as much limelight as the bullshit. We had the era of the franchise boys and the dancing and the step movements and all that. Real rap is starting to come back though, for sure. It's definitely getting back to where it's supposed to be at, for sure. But for a very long time, all this shit was shitty. Like, majority of the shit was shitty, but those were the people who was making the money. Those were the people who had the limelight. The popular motherfuckers, they was on everything. You know what I'm saying? All the interviews, all the TV shows, all the, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of disagree just a little bit, but it is getting back to where you just said, though. Honestly, though, it's definitely getting back to it. He making me nervous back here looking at that camera. He making... Look, every time he look at the camera, I'm looking at the little... No, this big facts don't count. We keep it real raw, authentic here. I'm sorry, but you was making me nervous a little bit. I'm like, oh no, no, you good. I promise you good. I just had to say that though. That's funny. All right, your next cap was being too positive can hurt your brand. Break that down a little bit, because that is a stigma though that's out here.
I mean, it cannot hurt your brand to lead with love all the time, man. I mean, it just can't. Like, love conquers all, man. Like, and that's what people got to realize. It's like, you might hate my guts, but I love you though.
Right. No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you think about that, they like, damn, I don't even know why I even hate him.
Exactly. Though.
It might be me that I actually hate. So, at the end of the day, it's like, I never been that kind of person to mix any type of negativity or to not be positive. Right. Every single time that I can be able to be positive, I am. I wake up with that note. I tell myself when I wake up in the morning, you it, right?
Period.
You the one, right? You know that, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to speak life and love into yourself before you can speak it to others.
Absolutely.
So,
pop your shit, see?
Most definitely.
You know I'm the one, right?
Man,
you know I'm the, if you ain't looking in the mirror, telling yourself that you that one, like, this probably ain't for you. You got to do a little bit more self-work. You know what I'm saying?
Yourself, man.
Oh, God. All right, faith and ambition sometimes conflict. This was one of your caps too.
Okay.
All right, so let me just break it down a little bit, and then I want to, you can rebuttal.
Okay.
Ambition is ambition, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. I definitely get where you like, oh, hold on, that's cap. But a lot of times, ambition consists of having to be out here in certain, environments and certain places that it's like might not be, you know what I'm saying? Like it might not be beneficial for you in the long run, but you looking at the right now. Oh, I gotta be at this showcase. I gotta be at this. You know what I'm saying? You're making yourself way too accessible though. So I definitely understand where you was coming from, and I agree where you was coming from. But I'm just trying to kind of play the other end of what other people might say. Like, hold on, you too positive, you too godly. Like you got too much. You got too much notoriety, or you know what I'm saying, to like be in these situations. I lost my train of thought, but go ahead and rebuttal.
But I mean,
because I had a good point.
Hey, you're good. But to kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, it's like a lot of times you have to get out of self because the message is going to be the message. You can't look at these particular rooms and say, because at first I was thinking like that,
right.
Like, well, maybe this message ain't good for this type of room or that type of room. Nah, because the message is going to speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? And I have faith that the message is going to get across to who it needs to get across to.
Absolutely.
So I have to step back out of self, out of flesh, and allow God to do what He's going to do. Because he show up every single time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I try to dictate that, I throw everything off.
Right.
It's like
let the universe do what the universe do.
God do what you do. Show up and show up how you show up. You know what I mean?
Just to piggyback off of what you said, like, oh, them rooms, no, you might need to be in the room. Those motherfuckers who need it the most.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I had to realize. Like, even before that night, but definitely after that night at the battlegrounds, I was like, man, I got to step back and step out of self and allow the message to be able to travel and do what it needs to do in whatever type of room that it needs to be in. You know what I'm saying?
They had me so hot, man. When I say I was so disappointed,
man,
I wanted to leave before the show was even over, and I was a judge. Like, I was so mad. I'm like, I don't know if you were still there when I was on the mic though, but I'm like, this nigga C's just had me in the car, and y'all gonna do this? He just brought this message, and right after this, but y'all gonna do this?
I'm gonna tell you something about that though, right? See, this is why I say that you can never be too positive. So the first couple, well, I guess the first day or next day or whatever, the negative wasn't even talked about.
Behind the
scenes it was, but at the forefront of it, all everybody kept seeing was how powerful this message was. You know what I'm saying? So the message was actually winning over the negativity. It overshadowed that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until eventually people got online and was like, but even that got overshadowed. Like, look, we ain't even here for all that. Whatever, it is what it is. We know how to move XYZ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure, man. It still was a great night for hip hop. Shout out to
amazing night
for coming back and reclaiming what was his. Shout out to Skinny LB for making it to the final round. Man, shout out to all of the artists that performed. Man, Keys McGee, you know what I'm saying? Man, MDN J-Do, man, he definitely did his thing. And my message to him was just like, bruh, like you're winning the war. Forget the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, his messaging is just amazing, man. I'd be glad to really work with him when I do.
Shout out to the flock, man.
For sure.
All the black sheep. I'm high up on the flock. I'm really up there on the flock. So, shout out to my dog. He already know.
Straight like that.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the next segment. It's just going to kind of be like a couple of random things. Okay. But it's something that I have to know, though. I have to know, what's a moment, or have you ever had a moment where you was like, fuck all this shit. Like, I'm about to quit. I'm out of here.
Before I became Caesar Rio, before I changed my name, I had went through a time where, I was out of work. It was all bad. And I was just like, man, I'm done, man. I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying, do nothing no more. And I was like, wait a minute. How can I compare where I'm at right now to a dollar bill that came from the same dirt that I did? Mm-hmm. Because I ain't got it. Like, nah, hold on. And I was talking, shout out to Twin D Money, man. I was talking to Twin, and Twin was like, I was like, man, what's another name for King? And he was like, Caesar. I'm like, okay, there you go. Caesar Rio. Mm-hmm. And from that point on, I was like, what I told him, I was like, man, I'm a brand. I said, absolutely. I ain't no artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole movement, you know. And he was like, man, I ain't never heard nobody call themselves a brand. I said, yeah, I'm a brand, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, from that point on.
Say it's been going.
It's been going, you know?
No, for sure. First of all, I got to preface these questions a different way, though. Not necessarily who are you trying to prove wrong, but are you trying to prove somebody wrong? Was this somebody who, back in your heyday, might have didn't have the faith that you got in yourself, that probably didn't see the vision, just didn't get what you had going on, you know, kind of went against the grain? Is this some people or a group of people or, you know how the typical story. Yeah, my teacher told me I would go be shit. Look at me now, head ass. Like,
well, I mean, in a sense, I'm really talking to my old self. You know, I'm talking to who I used to be.
It's powerful.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, telling my old self, like, look, at first they didn't believe.
But I made them believe.
So we made them believe, you know what I'm saying? And you know how it kind of go when you first starting out. You know, you want people to come out and show love and things of that sort. And I had seen something, I think, on Instagram, and it was like, you can't expect for somebody to believe in your dream like you do.
Right.
It ain't their dream. It ain't their job to. All you got to do is focus on being you and focus on, they going to come. Eventually, they going to catch up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I took that to heart, and I was like, you know what, you right. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't gonna believe at first, but it's cool. You need that you need that to happen, so it can create a different monsters. You know what I'm saying? It can kind of give you a little bit more ambition to go after what you say you want, and not to throw it in their face, but to prove it to yourself that you can do it. You know?
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to. You know, I'm trying to make myself. You know, I'm talking to myself too. Like, see, I wake up like I'm the one.
You got to, man. You got to. You got to.
You know, for sure though. If nobody clapped for you ever again, would you still do this?
Yeah, most definitely. Because it ain't about the claps. It's not about the recognition. It's about the people that I touch. So if I'm able to help somebody change their perception of life, or change their thinking, or change their faith, or be able to believe in themselves once again, my mission is complete.
Right.
You know, it's not about the money. It's not about the claps. It's not about none of that. The views, none of that. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, for sure.
The mission bigger than that.
What's Caesar Rio's legacy? Like, at the end of the day, what you want the people to remember you by, like, just appreciate you for?
Honesty.
Big facts, no cap, man. Big facts, no cap. You hear me? Honesty is dope, though, because I want people to remember me. That's one of the things for sure, though. Like, she was honest. Yeah. She was genuine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't got it all together. She ain't the most intellectual. She ain't the most fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she was gonna keep it a buck with your ass every time, though.
Yeah.
Like, no matter if it hurt your feelings, no matter if it hurt my feelings. A lot of times it hurt my feelings to keep it brutally honest with people. But I still gotta do it because I really want to see people be a better them, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just on no selfish shit. Like, oh, I just want you to be a better person to me, or no, I really want people to be better for themselves.
For themselves,
though. And that's dope, though, for sure. All right, man. So we about to get ready and wrap it up, but I want you to look in that camera right there, right? Mm-hmm. And I want you to speak to the overlooked artists, the people grinding with little to no recognition, the person who don't have the faith that Caesar Rio has to keep going in real life outside of artistry and music and entertainment. What's your words for them right now?
Keep God first in everything that you do. Never let anybody outside of yourself conflict your decision making. You know, make sure that you running past the big man first when you're trying to do anything. You know, running past God. I know it may sound whatever, but running past God first and ask Him if it's in His will. He definitely will make a way for it to be so. And just do the work. Just do the work. Without any pats on the back, without anybody looking in the background, do the work, and it's going to show for itself. Just continue to keep working, continue to keep grinding, lock in with the right people that can do something for you, not for free, but the right people that you can put into position that can do something for you, and that you can also help in return, and everything will open up eventually. Just make sure you stay down until you come up. That's it.
Listen, you heard it here, man. In a silly for the noise, purpose still whispers.
Yeah.
It's big facts. No cap, 216. It's an honor to have you pull up on the platform, man. This is not going to be the only one.
No.
I got some other shit, you know what I'm saying, that I got in mind, though, like, but we going to let it breathe. Time ain't going to be timing, you know what I'm saying? But I had to get C's on the red full time, man.
I appreciate it.
You already know what the fuck going on. This your girl Bees Billy, a.k.a. Fly Like Bees, a.k.a. Big Bees, not the little one. This is Caesar Rio. Make sure you go tap in. Everything that he got going on will be in the description. All the links. Y'all know how I do. Every link I can find will be down there. C's, you got anything coming up, anything you want them to go check out, let them know your handles, all that good stuff. Caesar_Rio,
the one on Instagram, Caesar Rio on Facebook, Caesar Rio on TikTok. You can go to my website at www.caesar-rio.com for all upcoming dates. I'll be performing this Friday at the Poetry Under the Tree. That's going to be dope. I'll also be performing on February the 7th at back at Exotic for Leggins cancer benefit for her mom. I'll be there performing also for that too as well. Make sure you guys follow the Living Room Cook-Up. I'm a part of that too as well. Shout out to my brothers, King 6, Bart Watts, Raw Glass Photography, and always lead with love. That's it.
Always lead with love. Before we get up out of here, Living Room Cook-Up, I'm tripping. I'm tweaking. Like,
yeah.
That's actually something that I be, peeping from a distance like,
yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, I fucks with that, though, for sure. Just give them a little breakdown of exactly what the Living Room Cook-Up is, how they can be, I don't know if y'all let outsiders come in and infiltrate, No,
most definitely. So season 2 is coming up. We're getting ready to gear up for season 2. The Living Room Cook-Up is pretty much a space where artists can come and perform live on the Living Room Cook-Up, as well as get an interview in depth about their song choices and their music, and pretty much a nice little questionnaire. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we collectively after that have an event where we have them come out and perform live at a chosen location,
That's dope.
But definitely pour more into the artists and kind of get a deeper idea of who they are at the core,
Absolutely.
For sure.
That's dope, man. Shout out to the Living Room Cook-Up. Shout out to 6, Bart Watts.
And Raw Glass Photography.
Photography. Like, shout out to the whole squad. It seems like you got a solid, decent people around you. You know what I'm saying? Solid team around you. And you really do need a dope-ass team around you. To succeed in this shit. Otherwise, you just working hard for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, with that being said, man, we about to go ahead and get up out of here. You feel me? Again, appreciate you, C's.
Thank you. I appreciate you.